Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Daniel Hood Roofing. Boy, there were storms in the area yesterday. Looking at my app earlier today, storms could be coming tomorrow. Could have storms on Tuesday. Could have storms on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look, everybody else loves spring. I'm the one guy who doesn't like spring because I don't like wondering if my house is going to be standing at the end of the day. If you sit there in your house and your roof takes a beating, call Daniel Hood Roofing and have them come out and do a free inspection for you. What they're going to do is they're going to look up there, and if they see damage, if they see issues, if moisture is getting inside those shingles, they're going to tell you, and then they're going to get with you and make sure your insurance company pays for you to get a new roof. They want you to get a new roof, and they want your insurance company to pay. Daniel Hood Roofing. Check them out this week. All right, here's our poll question for the day. Let's put this thing up here. Has expansion made the SEC better for fans? Some of you already been online, which I appreciate. The answers are expansion to 12 did, expansion to 14 did, expansion to 16 will. No, it didn't. Those are your options. It looks like it didn't is now your leader. But go ahead, click the QR code with your smartphone there, or you can go to sportsource.tv/polls and play along there. We appreciate it. It's always fun to see these kind of things. Let's quickly put up a timeline of the SEC. All right, from 1932, a little history lesson, from 1932, and it was founded right here in downtown Knoxville, by the way. The meeting took place right here. From 1932 to 1940, it was a 13-team league. You had Georgia Tech, Sewanee, and Tulane in there. 1940, Sewanee left, Georgia Tech left in 64, Tulane left in 66. Man, what a mistake for Tulane and Georgia Tech. And then the age of expansion started in 1992, Arkansas and South Carolina. Then Missouri and Texas A&M in 2012. Texas A&M to me felt like a natural progression. That's an SEC fan base. They're crazy. Oklahoma and Texas coming next, and that I don't know when that's going to feel like it. My question, though, Bob, not from a business sense. Yes, they made money, TV, they've won championships, no question. But from a fan perspective, did expansion make the league more interesting? Do you think Arkansas and South Carolina made it more interesting, or would you still go back to 10? Would you go back to 14? Thoughts, quickly. By the way, I move the segment along.
I don't really think it made it more interesting. What is interesting to me is you like Texas A&M. I got into Missouri quicker because Missouri was playing Tennessee. Yeah. A&M was just kind of here, not here, whatever. But I'm going to go with no. If you had stayed with the original SEC schools, heck, even Sewanee, I think it would have been more interesting than you got now.
Vanderbilt would have somebody to beat. All right, so you like it better with 10.
No.
Has expansion aided the SEC?
No, I don't think so.
I
guess volume of storylines, there's more with 14 than 12. There will be more with 16. But
it's good for media.
Yeah, A&M, I agree with you in the fact that they spend a bunch of money, they spend it recklessly, fans are crazy. So that part of it has fit in with the SEC. They haven't won at the highest level, but they continue to carry the potential, which makes them interesting to, I think, other fans too.
I don't think it's added a whole lot. It brought us a conference championship game. You couldn't have had that without 12 teams at the time, so that's the biggest contribution, I think. But as far as rivalries and things like that, Arkansas at least found a rival with LSU. To some extent, Missouri, not really. Texas A&M a little bit with LSU. I mean, not a whole lot, but I don't think it's added a lot in terms of just indisposable games.
We'll get to them in the next set, but in terms of fans, they're here. SEC fans.
I don't think a whole lot. No.
Jimmy,
I don't either. I think there've been pockets of rivalries created. And one of them,
over
I think, was
periods of time.
Right, like Florida, South Carolina, when Steve Spurrier was South Carolina's coach. I do think Arkansas, LSU, A&M, and LSU are two.
We'll get to that in the next segment.
But it's very limited. So my answer would be no. It has not been a big boost for fan experience.
Yeah, I don't know that SEC fans ever looked at it and said. Tennessee and South Carolina were just going to until the last couple of years. It was a good back and forth. The coaches don't seem to really be big fans of one another. But even does that rank high on your rivalry list at Tennessee?
When Tennessee and Florida started playing regularly, all of a sudden
even that
Florida
was weird,
a nothing burger. And then it became the game of the year. And I think some people would even say topping Alabama as the game of the year. You had nothing close to that, I don't think.
Arkansas did give the SEC a couple of basketball national championships.
Okay, we are really stepping all over the next segment, so let's just get into the next segment where we talk about the schools that came in. All right, that's next. Come on back on the Sports Source.